All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On second down now, Milner, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a gain of 13.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he...
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for a red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll try the left side. Page. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Page. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On 2nd down, Landry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
They'll run on 1st down. Milner brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Taken down at the 41.
2nd and 5. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Milner. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, Milner. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go. It's Page, and some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Texans at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 21 yards away. And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0.
Rams, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. 2nd and 1. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back. To themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Page. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. This offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. He wants it all for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they just look completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Texans.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now a deep throw there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And that one, 13-0 as they've gone to halftime. The Jaguars locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's make the trek down to Southern California as we check in on the Chargers at home in Inglewood. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards of passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 24-yard
line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, it's Page, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete to number 35. It's a gain of 2 yards.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. From the 21, it's second and 10.
Makes it second and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Texans will take over. So here are the Texans to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Penn. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They'll run on 1st down. Milner. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught out right by Renfro. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Second down, here's an option right. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
He's tackled on the 7-yard line. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 3. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Page. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Texans on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the feet on third down for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Page, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. On first down, it's Page, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brought down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Second and 2. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And now out comes Houston.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll try the left side. Page. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Texans on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Page, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Page, and some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 26. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Up the middle they go. Page. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And that's why he spent a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Ball carrier. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year.